Here's exactly how I spend 1 hour every other week to meal prep for an entire 2 weeks, 100 grams of protein per day, very easily. There's no more excuses after this. And there's no actual real prep time, cooking time, any of that, okay? I'm gonna walk you through how I do this. If you saw my video talking about how I eat 280 grams of protein currently, roughly, per day, how I do that very easily with minimal protein shakes or bars or anything like that. This is a big reason why. And if you watch the rest of my on my channel, all these other videos I have about meal prep, you'll see I've been doing this a very long time, and this is the current system. So let's quickly walk through it. It might seem very simple. I'm going to show you how I make this work and how you can as well. So first things first is, of course, choose your primary protein source. Now I'm going to recommend chicken breast, okay? The reason for that is chicken breast is simply unbeaten when it comes to macros. Lean ground beef, a lot of people out there are doing lean ground beef and they're talking about, struggling to hit their protein. That's because lean ground beef's fat is way too high for most people. You don't have the rest of your diet dialed in, okay? So chicken breast is what I typically do this with. Today, we have, and you'll see I have, 5, 10, I've got 15 meals here. And this will last me the next 2 weeks. And this took me 1 hour. So here's what I do. I have chicken breast, and in today's case, I also decided to get tip sirloin. I got this all from Walmart, which, as far as I know, as far as the research I've done, has the best prices. So wherever you get your meat, that's totally fine. The leanest protein you can get, I'm just reintroducing beef in a few of my meals, just testing it out. So that's what we've got here, and basically all I'm doing is I'm throwing these in the oven. I set the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, not Celsius. And for both of these, for the chicken breast, it's 60 minutes. That's it. Now, for prep time, okay, you can actually come around here and I'll show you. I have these two spices because you're probably wondering, isn't it going to taste bland? And I'm going to explain every part of this process and answer all your questions. So here we've got, I actually use both of these seasonings on the chicken breast. And if you actually look at the chicken breast here, you'll see it actually looks pretty good. It tastes pretty good. You've got juices in there, so when you reheat them, which I do in the microwave, it tastes fine, okay? Now, the beef, this is my first time making it this way. Again, was thrown in the oven for 40 minutes, and I'm only using the second spice here. So the chicken breast, I'm adding both of these, and it tastes amazing. I got these from Costco. So you've got the Montreal steak, and this, they're both from Clubhouse, and this one is the roasted garlic and pepper, okay? So that's prep time. I basically grab the chicken breast and I cut it all up, put it on a pan, and then I throw it in there. 60 minutes, that's it. You can do whatever I'm working during that time, whatever it is. After that 60 minutes, I take it out. Obviously, you always might as well check to make sure that it's cooked properly. And then I have the pan here and I'm basically weighing out 8.5 ounces per container. Now, listen, this is roughly a big mistake people make is they how do you say it? You overcomplicate it or you try to get it too precise. It's overkill. That's the word I'm looking for. It's overkill. Don't worry about it being too precise. When I say 8.5 ounces, some of these are going to be 8.25 ounces. Some of them are going to be 8.75. Maybe the odd one is 9. Not a big deal. For the beef, beef is higher in fat, as I've mentioned already. This is 6.5 ounces per. The point is I want roughly 50 grams of protein in each of these servings. So I make sure I weigh it out relatively consistently. That's it. Now what I'm going to do is I cover all these up and then I throw them in the fridge. Now I'm going to put about half of these, okay, so let's say 8 of these in the fridge. And I'm going to put the other 7, in this case, in the freezer. So yes, I am freezing half of these. Now, you're probably wondering, doesn't that taste terrible? Or in fact, how do you even keep these for 7 days in the fridge? I don't know why, but people are telling me that they can't keep chicken more than a couple of days. It tastes terrible. This chicken tastes the same even by day 7. My fridge is set at 1 degree Celsius. That might be the reason why. Maybe I know some people's fridges out there might be set at different temperatures. That might be why. Sometimes it's at 0, maybe. It kind of creeps in there. The point is it's quite cold, so maybe that's why it keeps. Maybe the way I'm cooking it is the reason it keeps. That's that, okay? And when I freeze it, I heat all of this up in the microwave when it's time to eat. So let's just say I have my breakfast. I have my mini wheats, my next meal, full day of eating coming soon, by the way. And then it's time for a meal. I need a quick shot of 50 grams of protein. I pull one of these out. I throw it in the microwave along with, here, it's come whichever way you want. And basically, I'm going to be putting the frozen ones in here. You'll see I get these packets of vegetables. Now, I've got different ones. As you can see down here, I've got broccoli. I've got this like diced vegetable mix. I've got corn. I've even got some frozen fruit, but that's not obviously for these meals. So I have this. I'll toss it in there, and I'll warm it up alongside with it because obviously these are frozen vegetables. They're already cooked. Now, here's another thing. Why I don't batch prepare my rice anymore is because I want flexibility with each of these meals, because maybe I don't feel like having it with rice and with those vegetables. Maybe one day I want to have it with olives. Maybe one day I want to have it with tomatoes. Maybe one day I want to have it with potatoes. Maybe one. Doesn't matter. The point is that you got the 50 grams. You can add it to whatever. You'll see my big salads that I have. I want to add 50 grams real quick to the salad. I do that. Or a Caesar salad mix, whatever it is. So what I do is, instead of batch cooking the rice, I now resorted to buying these pre-cooked rice packs, okay? So this one is a certain flavor, vegetable medley. These are 4 for $10 based on where I get them, which is Walmart. So you should be able to get pre-cooked rice cheap. And by the way, if anybody's wondering, I'm all about physique building, but also health, maximum health. I don't want to be putting a bunch of bullshit in my body either as far as ingredients go. And good news there is these don't have any of that. Of course, they're going to have some preservatives, but it's very minor in the grand scheme of things. As you can see, I've got different flavors, and I pop this in for 1 minute in the microwave, and I add it to the meal. It tastes like fresh rice, basically is. Tastes like fresh meat. Even if it's frozen, I warm it up just a little bit extra. That's right, I don't thaw it out. I just take it from frozen straight to the microwave for an extra 1 or 2 minutes. I add the rice, I add the veggies, or I add it to the salad, etc. And just like that, I have 1 to 2, or if I needed to, even 3, 4 meals, right? I can go up a little bit more. If one day I don't have one of these meals, no big deal. Maybe I'm eating out that day. For example, today I had a different breakfast, etc. All that stuff will depend on how long it lasts. If I'm behind by a meal, no problem. I'll eat something else that day. Or I'll have, more of the mini wheats or more of something else. The point is meal prep doesn't have to be all of this fancy, overcomplicated stuff that people have shown you or that maybe you believe. I used to, like I've already mentioned, prep rice at the same time, and I would put 1 cup of rice in all of these. But an issue with that is the flexibility isn't there. What if one day I just need, I'm working all day and I'm running out of time. I need a quick 2 cups of rice. Okay, I have the flexibility to essentially modulate what I'm putting in each of these meals, okay? The goal is to just have extra protein always left over. If, I guess I didn't show you my fridge, but it's egg whites. It's all protein. So you've got all these meals plus that. You're all set, okay? This takes 1 hour. Like I mentioned, I just want to repeat so you understand. 1 hour every other week. That's 2 hours a month. Cleanup time is minimal. I've got the pans there. I'm just going to throw them in the dishwasher. Done. The prep time, about 10 minutes. I cut up the chicken, cut up the steak, and I put the seasoning. That's it, okay? And you warm up the oven. So that's how I go about it. Like I mentioned, I've got a full day of eating coming to show you how, you can see it in practice, how I'm actually using these. Of course, you can check out the previous ones I've posted as well. And that's how I do it. I'm curious to know how or if you meal prep currently. Is there any special tips you have, anything you've done? Be sure to comment down below. Also, check out the free physique blueprint if you want to optimize your nutrition entirely, instantly. You can do so by clicking the top link in the description as well. That's it for this. I know it's a quick video, but I hope that you found it helpful. People always asking me about this. So any questions that you might have that I haven't addressed, just drop them in the comments below and I'll get right back to you. I appreciate everybody for subscribing and joining along, watching the videos, and more to come. So I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.